Good afternoon. Welcome to FusionExcel Hong Kong here. You know, the last, what's been about 1.5 months has been like a nightmare for me and for KSL. But we are very determined to, to do what we can to save this company. Even about 1 hour ago, as as I was sitting there with with KS, we even have a SMS telling us not to come to this meeting. Can you imagine this? Sometimes, right? I'm just amazed at how and who your enemies are. We were warned not to come to this meeting because they said it was a trap set by the leaders to trap us. But I told KS, I said, KS, I have full trust and faith in these people, and we have got nothing to fear. Yesterday I spent about half a day with the Filipinos. In fact, they were supposed to be flying off today, but I requested for them to sit in to hear my my talk with all of you. I'm grateful for the Filipinos for attending today. You have heard my story yesterday, but I'm grateful that you come today as well. Thank you so much. The Filipinos are a good example of what it takes to make a company, survive and grow. I'm saying this not because of anything else other than what I saw. We are all in it to help one another during a crisis. But it is during a crisis you start to see, who your friends, enemies are, who the troublemakers are. We have built this company for the last 7 years. We've had good times together. I'm sure all of you here agree. Yes. We've gone through crises before, but never before a crisis as deep as this. But I'm very confident. I'm very hopeful that we can overcome this. If only we work together, with a clear mind, with sincerity. It's during moments like this that, the good gets separated from the bad. It is moments like this when the company can really grow, because what's left, are the strong, and what's gone are the weak. Now today, I stand before you to tell you, what happened, the chronology of events, and also today, I stand before you also to give you, what we're going to do, in days to come. It's important. All is not lost, but all will be lost if we all give up. I hope you agree. Yes. I don't give up. KSL never gave up. We went through, more nightmares than you can imagine. Our lives were threatened. Our families' lives were threatened. And what did we do wrong? We did not cheat anyone. The truth is there. Okay? The facts are there. Why are we being judged before, the facts come out? Which is not right. There were rumors everywhere, about myself, and KSL took 100 million ringgit out of the company. I'm sure you hear that. KS's own friend, ask him, hey, is that true? A lot of you have good intentions, but sometimes, you have to, distinguish the facts from the fiction. You have to distinguish what is correct and what is wrong. You have to use a bit of common sense. Okay? Now that fact, that statement that was released helped fuel everything. I can understand, the innocent person who bought our packs, and then they saw these rumors to say that we ran away with their money. I can understand the anger. But I've retraced the source, of some of these rumors, and I'm glad that the person involved, he apologized. I can forgive, but I can never forget. To whoever who did all these things to us, you live with your conscience. You do it for whatever reason, but I'm here to stay. I'm here to help all of you. But under circumstances and environment like this, I hope you understand how difficult it is, to help you. We were told many things. Okay? Now, during a crisis, you have to put aside your emotions. You have to, make decisions. Because, if you don't make decisions, whether it's right or wrong, it's no good, right? You have to make decisions. Some of the decisions that we make may be wrong, but the intention is always good. I'll go through the chronology of what happened. In Malaysia, you need an MLM license to operate, unlike in the Philippines. In fact, it is because of this important fact that the Filipinos today, are luckier than the Malaysians. It doesn't affect them so much. Like yesterday when I was talking to you, I realized that you have all the ingredients still to make it a great success. You do not need an MLM license. You still got your leadership intact. You're all very united. You're all very hungry. You're all very committed. And all you need is the platform. And we have the platform for you. And you all have the willingness to work. So, in Malaysia, we are under a different environment. We need the MLM license. When we renewed when we were given our MLM license, back in August, the year before, we were given a 12-month MLM license. So as was normal, they give you a 1-year license, and they said when it comes to expiry, just apply for a simple renewal, and then you get renewed for 3 years. So our license expired in August 2011. So as normal, our general manager, went there to get it renewed. Now, FE brand is a country licensee for Malaysia. FusionExcel is run by a network of country licensees, as all you're aware, right? We have got Philippine country licensee, the Malaysian, the Thai, we have got 50 licensees around the world. So, when Mervyn, went in to renew the license for FE brands, okay, he was told, everything's under control, everything's okay. In fact, in the interim, there were officers from the from the ministry. I think they came to the office several times, and we were not told that you cannot operate. So that was the situation. Then on January, yeah. Then on January the 19th. No, let me try. Okay, on January the 18th. Okay, or the 19th. Okay, FE brand was told, the license was not renewed. The license, and that was dated on January the 12th, a week earlier. So on January the 20th, there were officers who came to the office, well, basically to hand in the notice, and we were told that well, you're not allowed to do MLM. So the office was closed. On the 25th of January, we put in an appeal, and after that was a Chinese New Year holidays. Now, on the 8th of February, after the Chinese New Year, okay, myself and a few of the leaders met up with the officer at the ministry, okay, and had a meeting with them, and they said, well, the renewal of the license is not a big issue, because apparently there was a, lack of submission of some documents. But the officer told us, this is not a, it's okay, this is not a big issue. So I remember, together with the leaders, we decided, okay, we reopened the office on the 9th of February. We had a meeting with among the leaders, and we all agreed it's better to open than to shut. Because officially, you're not allowed to open without a license, but it was a risk that we have to take. So we opened the office now. But there lies, that was the beginning of the problem. I know that the leaders try very hard. In any business, when your sales drop and when your expenses go up, you're going to have difficulty with cash flow. Agreed? So that was what happened. Our sales dropped by 95%, and our withdrawals increased many times. So I know that this is a serious crisis here. It's bigger than what you think. We managed to do a partial payout, and then on the 28th of February, so every branch, knowing the situation cannot persist, calling the voluntary liquidators. The alternative is, to be liquidated by a third party, because anyone who's a creditor, namely any one of the members or the suppliers, can also shut the company down. With a voluntary liquidation, it's more orderly. And I realize, this is going to be a crisis. So officially, every brand have to close down. That's when the rumors start flying everywhere, about myself and KS taking money out, and all sorts of things. I have to keep calm because I have to continue to work on the IPO. I have to continue looking for investors because we're in a crisis. I have to continue to pacify some of the leaders, but there's only that much I can do. In any case, when there's a big fire burning, what do? You step back and waiting for the fire to calm down a little bit, because emotions are running high. We were trying our very best to see, how we can salvage the situation. So now we can see more clear now. We can see more clear. You see, I believe FE Philippines can grow again. And I believe FE Malaysia can grow again. But we have to tighten our belt. In Malaysia, the licensee from Malaysia have to set up a new company because every brand is in liquidation. Now, this new company will have to apply for a new AJL license. And I think through that period, our own Dr. Barani, he became very friendly with the ministry there. So I'm sure, we can get the AJL license much faster. What we need now is speed. Okay, and the software platform is still intact. We have got a lot of stock in our office. But what will stop FusionExcel Malaysia from growing would be, how the leaders act now. I understand the, the difficulty, the pressure by the leaders, but those are the facts. Our income plan was very generous. I'm sure you all, agree to that. It's very generous, and that's one of the reasons why we grow so fast. And that was also, the reason why our strategy was to do an IPO. It was a 1-year program to grow the market. Our timing was just out by 8 weeks. But this is life. So close and yet so far. 8 weeks. If we have another 8 weeks, we would have got our IPO and things would have been okay. Things would have been totally different. You see? We were going to stop the, the corporate tax and all that. So today, I've been, for the last 2 days, I've been meeting up with our leaders. I appreciate, all the feedbacks and the inputs, and we have come out with some plan, to move forward. Moving forward is important. The last few days with Casey, Rachel, Dr. Barani, and Mr. Karuna, we have sat down, and we formalized a plan to move ahead. I want to give you this gentleman a, my sincere thanks. And lady, of course, gentleman and lady. Because without them, I would not be able to do anything. And today, I want to thank Mr. K.S. Lee for attending also. K.S. will also, clarify some of the accusations against him. You will be, you'll be surprised. So moving forward, what do we have to do now? Like I said, in Malaysia, you have to form a new company with a new AJL license. And one other thing that we have, agreed on is also to have a committee or a council of the leaders. I think it's important. For the last 6-7 years, it has only been me and KS running in the whole world. And I think now, it's a time when we sit and we will be able to reflect to say how we can actually grow more, efficiently. So in each country, you're going to have your own council. Philippines, Arthur and Jeremy is taking the lead, and they'll be appointing, or you all can propose some of your key leaders to be part of the council. So in Malaysia, we have the original 4 people here, and Dr. Fadil, and we're looking at about 10 people on the council. I think when you go to council, you can make, especially with people who's been with us for so long, okay, you have a vested, interest to make the company grow, So in Malaysia, our proposal now is what I can say is, what do we do with those existing liabilities? Okay, let me tackle one thing at a time. What do we do with the existing liabilities? The existing liabilities fall into 4 categories. The first would be purchases, but no stock given or not collected. That is easy. So that one is easily fixed. You just come and pick up the stock. The second outstanding liabilities are the unkeyed in welcome letters. Correct? A lot of you still have got the unkeyed in welcome letters. So what you do with those welcome letters is you key them in. Why do you key them in? You key them in so that we can record your entitlement. If you don't key in, we have no idea who is entitled to what. So you key it in. Okay. The third category would be the e-wallet. Correct? The e-wallet. Now what we are going to do is the e-wallet, we are going to put it into a suspended account. We call it account 1. So that e-wallet is intact. Now when the new entity starts to make money, the council will decide from the net profits to pay off the existing e-wallet. The last category of liability would be the outstanding, the packs, the e-packs, the S-packs, the corporate packs, and the China pack. What we are proposing to do with those liabilities is, to swap them for shares in the listed entity. So today, we are going to sign a letter of undertaking for all our members. We are going to give 80% of the listed company over to you. %. That's a lot of shares in the listed entity. It means that myself and KS will be down to 10%. Not each, 5% each. We are giving up basically 90% of the company. The other 10% balance is to go to the, the market movers and the underwriters and all that. So overall, there is overall, you're going to there's about 80% to be given up. So that should cover, the outstanding liabilities. And with hard work, I'm very convinced the share price will rise. So that was a whole idea, in fact, that was what we wanted to do, anyway. But today, we're still doing it, but in a different environment. So those liabilities will be contained. Now, once you contain those liabilities, that means that, for the new entity, you do not have you're not going to be burdened by old liabilities because a new entity needs time to build again. If you are burdened by the old liabilities, meaning that cash outflows, the new entity might not survive either. So this new entity is what we are here now to talk about. We have also discussed with the committee what we are going to sell. We have decided that we are going to launch, a water machine, called Quantum Life for Malaysia. In Philippines, because in fact, the Philippines, there's no stopping the Philippines. In fact, it's business as usual. Once you contain your, your liabilities, it's business as usual. In Malaysia, we might have to wait another, few weeks or another month because we have to put in place the MLM license. And from there, we will build again. We know that the task ahead, it's not going to be easy. But you believe me, when we started, there was less people. So this time around, the people are already there. You see, the network is there. So all we need now is, committed leaders who are willing to continue to work with us. Now, by doing that, we can grow FE again, and by doing that, we can recover all those liabilities that's out there. So when you build a new company, in fact, the existing PVs that's in your in your account will be all carried forward. They all be carried forward. You see, so for the leaders, you just focus on that. The extra profit that we make will be used to pay off the old e-wallet. Now, myself, KS, and the committee that's sitting up here, we're fully committed to take this company forward again. You will be, I think other than the Filipinos, I think the Filipinos are okay. I repeat myself, but the Malaysians, there'll be some challenges, but you have to overcome them. Don't listen to rumors because there are, people spreading all sorts of things, which are not true. Those of you who are here today, you are going to be our, you are our pioneers again. You have traveled far to come here. I hope that you travel far is with the intention of moving forward, not with the intention of, just asking me how to solve the old problems. The old problems have to be solved together. But if you are willing to work, myself and Case, will be there. Casey, the ties are nobody.
translate.
Yeah.
The translator is not in, but however,
They will
the
understand.
video, they go back to
Yeah.
French translator.
So the same message will go to the Thais as well. You need leadership. And I'm sure that Casey, being the upline of the Thais, I think most of you know Casey, he will be able to help. I've worked the last several weeks with Casey. I know that he's 100% committed to do it. It's no longer about the money. It's no longer about the money. It's about our responsibilities now to move this company forward. I'll end my talk here, and I'll leave it for the Q&A later, because there's a few more other speakers behind me. Thank you for your attention.